Hello, this is Surgeon Callan, and today we are going to discuss how to obtain office supplies, order office supplies through credit cards using GSA Advantage. We get a lot of questions on that, so I'll go over it with you today. So as you know, there's two main ways for you to get office supplies. There is a reimbursement, and then there is the credit card option. Reimbursement means that you select a vendor of your choice, buy the stuff from them using your school supplies, and then submit a reimbursement request. The money gets deposited into your school account after processing. So that processing time is when you will have to wait for the money, and you already spent yours, but you haven't received ours yet. That is the biggest problem that most people have with reimbursements. Now, the credit card option does not have that problem because we call the vendor directly and we pay them. However, the credit card option, you will be limited in your sources for your items. So that means that you have to obtain your office supplies through a specific source, that is GSA Advantage. As in everything else that you buy through credit card, you have to use GSA Advantage for. If the item is available, you have to go there. That is according to the Federal Acquisition Regulation Sources Part 8. You can check it out on the internet if you like. I'm not going to go over in detail on it right now. So let's start. Let's say we want to get paper, pens, and a toner cartridge for our unit. How would we go about it? So the first thing we would do is we would go to our AbilityOne website, which is right here. So in here you can see that there's one option in here, one way that you have that does not include GSA Advantage when it comes to office supplies and other things, which is if you go through your local AbilityOne based supply center. So if you click on here, you're gonna have a screen come up. It's gonna be an Excel spreadsheet, and it's gonna contain your AbilityOne supply centers next to you. So if you want to use these, all you would need to do is simply call them or email them and then get an invoice from them, submit an invoice to us, kind of like reimbursement, one line, and then we will call the vendor, pay them, you get the invoice, you get the paid receipt, say that you received the items, account for them, and then upload that paid receipt to us. That's it for that. That's the easiest way to use the credit cards to buy office supplies. I recommend doing that. If there is an office supply, a AbilityOne office supply center next to you, use it. If there is not, let me show you how to use their GSA Advantage website. It's a little more complicated, but not by much. So first of all, what is GSA Advantage and how to get there? GSA Advantage is a marketplace for all the authorized GSA vendors that are on what is called a schedule, awarded a schedule. That means that the federal government uses them to buy their, authorizes us to buy from them. So you would go to the GSA Advantage by simply Googling it. It's going to bring you right here. GSAadvantage.gov, that's how it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and log out here because I was logged in before. Now let me show you, if you do not have a password here, if you have never been here, then you're going to need to register. You're going to go to the registration part right here. You just put your name, your phone number, your last name. Your agency is going to be Department of the Air Force. Your organization is going to be AATC. AATC, it is in here somewhere. Right here. And your base is going to be Maxwell Air Force Base. It's right here on the list. Right here. Okay, everything else here is self-explanatory. The email, the zip code, the user ID, and the email preferences. Once you fill that out, it will let you log in. So let's go ahead and log in using mine, since I already have it done. And here we are. Alright, so that's what the screen that it will take you right away after you log in here. So let's say we want to buy 3 items for our unit. We want to buy pens, paper, and a toner cartridge. So we're going to go to advanced over here. Now for the office supplies, besides being limited to GSA Advantage, you are also limited to the AbilityOne items or the Schedule 3 office supplies items. So you have to, when you search for your stuff, for your office supplies, you have to either click this box or this box, or both of them. I usually prefer clicking the office supply schedule 3 item because it usually contains everything that I need. It's more numerous than ability 1, and whatever is schedule 3 that is authorized is usually ability 1 that is authorized. So let's start with our pens. Gel black. And we're going to click on the search. And there's our pens right here, various pens, various prices. Let's say we like these ones for whatever reason. I'm going to click on this. Now, in this screen, it will show you what vendors sell these pens to you. So you can see the amount that they charge per dozen, which is different, and the minimum order amount. So obviously we are not going to need $100 of this pen, so we're going to select the lowest price and the lowest minimum, which is from Home Depot. Now this is not typical. Usually if the minimum order, which is the minimum amount of money that you have to spend ordering from that vendor, is lower, the price per item would be higher, but not in this case. So in this case the choice is straightforward. It's going to be an Office Depot, and we're going to buy, let's say 5 dozen of these pens to make sure we go over $25. Add to cart, and there's our cart. Alright, so now that's in our cart. We're going to go ahead and look for office paper. Once again, we're going to click schedule 3. We're going to click on search, and this is all the various office papers that we have available. Now this one over here has 30% recycled paper, but it's a little expensive. This one has also 30%, but this is $37. This is within about as good as it's gonna get. So let's go ahead and click on that, and we can see that there is actually a better option over here for $34.27, or that we're gonna use in this case. So we're gonna buy 4 different cartons from them, so we make sure to go over the $100 limit. If we do not want $100 worth of this paper, we will use this vendor right here, which charges a little bit more, but we can only buy 1 carton from them. But in this case, we can choose 4. And there we go. And finally, we're gonna buy our toner cartridge. Now our toner cartridge is gonna be for our HP LaserJet P3015 printer, which looks like this. Now this printer is for some reason the most ubiquitous printer in the Air Force that I've met. The way that you know which cartridge to search for, what to search for when you're buying your toner cartridge, is you take the toner out of your printer and you look at the numbers on the cartridge itself. In this case, on the P3015, the numbers are going to be CE255A, which is the number that corresponds to the cartridge itself. And we are going to put that number right here. Now we're going to click the FSSI once again, and then we're going to do another search. Alright, all our items that are available right here, all our toner cartridges, you can see this is where they are. I recommend you look at them thoroughly, but you can see that the prices vary greatly. We have the one for $112, and then if you scroll down a little bit, there's one for $31.95. They have the same yield, 6,000 yield, 6,000 yield. The only thing that's different is the brand of the manufacturer. So I always prefer to select your manufacturer toner because it's always a lot cheaper. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna select this toner. We gotta order, like you see right here, $100 of this. So let's say we're going to order 4 of these things, which is gonna be about the same as 1 brand toner cartridges. We can get 4 for the same price. Alright, and there we go. Our cart is now complete. Everything that we want is here. Everything that we want exceeds the minimum order, and everything is schedule 3, as we can see right here. So now we're gonna go ahead and click on Park Cart. This button right here. We're gonna name our cart Test 111. It doesn't matter what you name it. We're gonna park it. Now we're gonna go ahead and note this number right here. This 8-digit number, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-digit number is what we need for a wins request. So we're gonna copy it, and then we're gonna go back here, This shows us the items that we just got, and we're going to add them to cart again because your cart gets emptied when you park it. So now we're back on this screen and we are ready to submit our wins request. So let's go ahead and log into wins. Go to financials, GSA expense payment, click on add new value. You're going to select West Anchorage or any high school that you want, any high school that you're in. I'm going to select this one because that's a sample. We're going to select HQ credit card over here, and in here you're going to paste in the reservation confirmation number, you're going to paste the cart number. That's very important that you do that. That's how we retrieve your order. Now let's fill out the rest. For the date, it's going to be, it doesn't really matter what it is, but the earliest is tomorrow, so that's what we're going to put. So the only other kind of complication with this is that you have to have your wins request mirror your shopping cart. So you have 3 vendors here, so you have to have 3 lines in here, 1 line per vendor. Okay, so let me show you how it's done. So for this vendor right here, we're going to copy this vendor name and we're going to put it right here under the vendor name, and we are buying, what are we buying? Pens from them for $31.25. So we're going to say pens $31.25 and O&M category. There we go. Now we're going to add another line using this plus sign right here. We're now going to get the name of this vendor right here. Copy this, put it right here, and then we are going to copy everything else, including the reservation confirmation number. The amount that we're buying from them is $137.08. $137.08. Finally, we're going to add another one, and this one is going to be Access Products, our 3rd vendor. We're going to put it right here. Once again, all the dates will be the same. O&M right here, and the description O&M in here as well. So this is toner, and the previous one was paper. So toner here, paper here, and let's not forget reservation confirmation number over here. Alright, so our request, this is almost ready. Now we missed the amount, so let's go ahead and put the amount here, $127.80. $127.80. Alright, so everything is good to go here. The only thing it's missing is the print screen of the request itself, of the shopping cart. So we ask you to take the print screen of this screen right here. You can take it using a Word document, just put in the Word document and save it. Alternatively, you can print it directly to PDF. So you would go over here, you would say print, and then print it to your PDF option. Click OK. Save it. I already have it saved, so it's going to overwrite it. So this is your cart that you built. This is the file that it's going to save on your desktop. All you would need to do is go over here and add an attachment. Click on Browse, Shopping Cart, Upload. And that's your invoice. This is what we will count as an invoice for this purpose only. So we will provide you further instructions once this is ready. You can submit it now. We will provide you instructions on what you do with it afterwards, but this is it. This is how you submit office supplies request in Wins through GSA Advantage. Thank you for watching.